This is Max Williams with United Real Estate, and today I'm in South Richmond. More specifically, I'm in the Stony Point Mall area, and today we're going to take a look at a 4-bedroom, 2.5-bath home. This home is located here in a nice established neighborhood. These homes were built in the early 60s, and so we've got the floor plans, the styling of homes of that era. We've got some really unique features here in this home today, and I'm excited to bring it to you. You can see we've got some nice tall established trees here. This home is pretty much all brick, and it is much larger than it looks. We do feature a finished basement. There's the carport here with a capacity for about 3 cars, and then we also have the attached side entry garage there on the lower level. So we have a basement that shares garage space with finished space, which is a fairly unique floor plan. A lot of people that like one level living would actually like this home for several reasons. Our lot here is about 3/4 of an acre, but the vast majority of it is here in the rear. We slope off here pretty significantly. The front yard is pretty typical, so that tells me this property line in the back goes way back. So you can see we've got some bamboo, and for those that don't like to cut a whole lot of grass, you don't have a whole lot here. If you wanted to do perhaps a patio there off of those doors, you could of course do so, and give you a little bit of outdoor living space, but that of course is optional. I'm going to mention this here later on when we go inside. I want you to take a special note of exactly what that looks like. I'm going to talk about it. It is something that we don't see very often, but it's definitely noteworthy. Okay, one of the things that we just learned here in the business within the past 48 hours is that VHDA, the organization formerly known as VHDA, Virginia Housing and Development Authority, which is now known as Virginia Housing, just increased the debt to income ratios. And that's basically lender and realtor speak for they're now going to lend people more money than they did before. They look at the ratios of how much you owe and how much they are going to lend you using those ratios. So that is good news. If people are finding that their dollars are not going as far as they would like, that's definitely good news. That organization is a quasi-governmental nonprofit, and they do some amazing loans. They have the 100% financing program and some other very beneficial loan products, particularly for first-time buyers. Okay, here on the front, we see we've got a nice porch area. They've got actually a table and some chairs there laid out. This is a nice quiet street with the exception of the crew that's down there cutting grass and blowing leaves. It is normally pretty quiet. They always seem to start when I want to start my video. I'm going to give you a shot here from the front. Convenient location here. If you want to pop down into northern Chesterfield, you can do so pretty easily. The city of Richmond, of course, is not far. We're very close to the James River, which has some of the most scenic areas here in all of Central Virginia. Okay, as we come in, they have staged this home beautifully. Special thanks to Kirsten Hopkins, who is kind enough to allow us to come in and take a look at this beautifully renovated home. We're going to start here on the front. We, of course, have our renovated kitchen. That's going to be a granite, I believe that's a granite countertop and not quartz. We have, of course, stainless steel appliances, nice double bowl sink. And I believe these actually may be original cabinets. Got the double bowl sink, very unusual that we can look out the front of the house. So that's some pretty unique styling here on this property. Directly ahead, of course, is our dinette space. We do have chair rail in here. They came in with a nice subway tile backsplash. Of course, all of our stainless steel appliances do convey. And we continue that theme there on the floor. It picks up the same pattern as we have on the countertop. Your refrigerator would go right there in the middle of the frame. As I was getting ready to start outside, one of the neighbors came up and started chatting with me. And you've heard me say before, neighbors are some of the best sources of information that we have. And he shared with me this home had been vacant for about 9 years, and he's happy to see that it was renovated and we'll have hopefully a really good neighbor here soon. This is our door going downstairs. We're gonna save that for last. And actually, yeah, we're gonna save that for last. I'm gonna take you down there last. We're gonna see this top level here first. One of the things that he shared with me was that he really likes living here. And you know, neighbors will typically tell you the good, bad, the ugly. And he's been here since the time frame of about 2006, 2007. That, of course, is a wood burning fireplace. We've got the beautifully refinished wood floors in this space as well. All right, directly ahead is our coat closet. We're, of course, convenient to the front door. And I'm going to take you down the hallway. This is actually a nice wide hallway. Here to the right is going to be bedroom number 1. This is the most conservative of the bedrooms, but you could still get probably a full or a queen in here with no problem. I'm going to point out some of the closet space here in one of the subsequent bedrooms that I really like. This is a Jack and Jill bath that we have here between these two, which is a really unique design. We come through here and they came in and gave us a completely new bathroom. I love what they did here with the vanity, and we've got a antique style vanity there. Really stylish, and of course our subway tile goes all the way up about halfway up the wall. Of course we have a window there. We're moving now into the second bedroom. This, of course, as I mentioned, is a Jack and Jill, so we go right through that bathroom into another bedroom. Nice big insulated windows. This room does have a ceiling fan and a good sized closet as well. All right, we are now going to go directly across, but before we do that, we have a linen closet here at the end of the hallway. And this is going to be our primary. This is our primary, and one of the very unusual things about this primary, for a home built in 1962, we typically don't get 2 closets, but we have 2 closets here in this one. That's going to be closet number 1. And then we have closet number 2 right here. Very unusual. So it's nice to see that the architect back then gave us 2. And then, of course, we have an ensuite. I'm going to take you in there so you can see what we have. I love the fact that we have a really good size ensuite. Many of the homes built in the 60s, the ensuite is very tight. And this one, they were generous with the spacing. Notice the molding that we have up top and our beautiful vanity. I love that vanity top. We've got hints of gray and cream and white in there. Wainscoting there on the wall. Of course, a window, and just very well done. Okay, I'm going to take you back to the other end of the home, and we're going to go down into the finished basement. Now, this basement is great because it's nice and wide open. It gives you so many options as far as entertaining. If you wanted to make it a game room, you could do that. If you had large furniture you wanted to lay out, you could do so, and just gives you a lot of different design options. Okay, as we start, I'm going to actually start in the garage. And this, of course, is our attached side entry garage. This is long enough where you could theoretically get 2 vehicles in here. One further down and the other behind it. It's definitely long enough to do so. So that's a big plus. Our electric water heater appears to be relatively new right there. And we have a second space. This is great because if you wanted to make this simply storage or workshop space, you could do that. And we've got some shelving there on the wall. Now, notice this pipe here in the corner. I want you to remember that, make a mental note of this pipe here because I'm going to mention it here as we go through the home. All right, we've got a little bit of understair storage there. And now I'm going to take you into the finished section of the basement. And here we are. We have new carpet, Notice the natural light that we have that flows in. We've got some built-ins down below, which is nice, some additional storage and some bookshelves. I love the fact that we're above grade here. So this is a walkout basement, which is really nice. So you've got that natural light. You of course can see it as it flows in here through the windows. Downstairs, we also feature another fireplace. We've got the wood burning fireplace there with the nice large hearth, the double doors that we of course saw from outside. And now I'm going to take you to the laundry area. And I want you to pay very specific attention to something here I'm going to share with you here momentarily. This is our heat pump. And it, of course, provides heating and cooling for the entire home. This space here, this would be a really neat space if you wanted to make this either a home office area or a play area. You just have a couple of different options here. And I love the fact that we also have a powder room, which is convenient down here. It's always nice if you have finished space to have some type of restroom on the same level, so you don't have to go up and down the steps. Got a beautiful vanity in place in here as well. And I believe all of the bathrooms have windows here in this home, so that's a nice plus as well. All right, this of course is our laundry room. Now, this is what I wanted to share with you. This piping here, remember outside when we were out there and I said pay special attention to piping? This is the same pipe that's outside, and also when I mentioned it in the other part of the garage. And it goes up and over, and it goes across this drywall ceiling. There it picks up again, and it's going to go all the way back to the room there. Now, this is radon remediation system. And you can see right there, radon system. Radon is a naturally occurring odorless, tasteless, colorless gas, and this system is in place and it pulls that gas, that carcinogen, out of the home. And the only reason the owners knew that this home had radon at elevated levels was because they had it tested. Now, in speaking with the neighbor, there are several other homes in the area that also have remediation systems. All of them don't, but there's a good chance the homes that don't have the radon system have elevated levels of radon. Radon is not something that agents are really trained to share with clients, and it's definitely not a government requirement to do anything as far as sharing information or disclosure. That's why I've made it a point to point it out. I do it on a fairly regular basis, and I also share it in writing with all of my buyers that it's a good idea to have a radon test done on any home. And if elevated radon levels are found, we can usually get the seller to pay for the system, which is usually a couple $1,000s. So I say all that to say, you don't know what you don't know, and hopefully you found this video interesting and informative. If you have any questions about this or any other home in the market, my name is Max Williams. It'd be an honor for me to help. I can be reached on Facebook under Richmond Area Foreclosures, on YouTube under my name, Max Williams Realtor. Please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks so much for taking the tour. Y'all be safe. Have a great day.